Hello everyone, this is Forrest Price with your Monday Moments! Alright, I'd like to apologize to everyone. Last week I did shoot the video. Facebook for some reason wouldn't accept it. I mean, it happened a couple of weeks ago where it came in on a Tuesday and a whole bunch of videos happened because I kept trying to do it. And then the week before it went in with no problem, but I had the same problem last week, and no matter what I do, it would not go on Facebook. But it's on my YouTube channel. It was a discussion on how we should drink more water. So please go to my YouTube channel, Forrest Price Monday Moments. Yes, and you can see all the older videos. I've downloaded some that were a good 2 years old. And all the more recent ones are all on them as well. So, dear Heavenly Father, thank you for blessing me and giving me the spirit to go on when I don't want to. I bless everybody as they go into their week work, and all the students who are on their last day before they get a short break. And I know we all need our break. So, thank you for all the blessings you do give us. So, what is our topic this week? Well, this topic this week is on how everyone is leaving California. Yes, they're leaving in droves. So I'm going to do a quick view of why they're leaving. The list had a lot of self-serving reasons. I'm only going to say the ones that are probably actual facts. So instead of speculation and all that other stuff that probably is very minimal on why they are leaving. So we are going to start. Well, first off, there's approximately 5 million people that have moved out of California in the last decade. 5 million. Yes, there are still a lot that are coming, but now there are more leaving. So, yeah, here are the reasons. Well, for the last 12 years in a row, California has been ranked the worst state for business. And that is for a lot of reasons. So a lot of big businesses are leaving California for a lot of reasons. So if there aren't as many big businesses, there aren't as many jobs, so no reason to come here, and a better reason for people to leave. California has the highest state income taxes in the entire nation. Yes, they do. We get taxed like crazy. Another good reason to get out of there. All right. The traffic in the major cities just keep getting worse and worse. According to USA Today, LA is now the worst traffic in the world. Yes, in the world, and San Francisco is not far behind. So yes, I live in the most traffic-filled city in the world. Yes, and it is that bad. Poverty is also exploding in the state. You see homeless tents everywhere. I see them everywhere as I drive. So we have a huge epidemic of homelessness, and a lot of people are leaving based on that. And there are reasons, not just because they want to be out there, but they don't have a choice. All right. Crime is on the rise in a lot of California cities. Not in particular LA, which is actually lowering, but there are plenty of towns up north, mid-state, where the crime is just going crazy. So people are leaving. Every year, wildfires and mudslides wreak havoc on the state. And that is true. I mean, the fires are just, and it's not just down south, it's up northern California, and it does seem like it's every year. And it affects housing out there, and people are leaving. California has some of the most ridiculous housing prices in the entire country. So they gave an example of this guy up in San Francisco. He pays $1,400 a month to live in a closet. And I believe it. Trust me, I go to places where they're converting a garage into 4 different units. And I mean, literally, I went to a house where there was a staircase up to just the 4 bedrooms on the top floor, and all 4 bedrooms were 4 different apartments. And literally, they all just had one room. They shared a common bathroom. I mean, so yes, housing is that bad. Illegal drugs in the state is on the rise again, and another reason. And there are many more, but I would say more the housing, the taxes, and now the lack of jobs are just driving people out of California. So where are they going? Here are the top 10 places they're going and a little reason why. Coming in at number 10, Georgia. The cost of living in Atlanta is 40% cheaper than the cost of living in LA. Georgia has a lower personal income state rate, and they have plenty of Fortune 500 companies that are headquartered in there. Coke, Delta, Home Depot, and there's a lot of employment down there. So a lot of people are going down to Georgia. And when I name a state, I'm pretty much naming the biggest city there. So I'll probably name that. So most people who leave big cities go to other big cities. So I'll put it at that. At number 9, and here's the one example that's not true. New York. But not New York, New York. We're talking upper state New York, where there's a slower pace and you get away from all the big hassle of the big city. It's much cheaper. The homes are very much cheaper. So a lot of people are moving up to upper state New York, not the city. Coming in at number 8, we got Utah. Yes. Utah offers a lot of things that the other big cities don't. You get that small town feel, but still in a big city. The cost of living is much lower than the national average. It's actually 54% cheaper than LA, and the housing is 136% cheaper. And they have a flat state income tax of only 5%. So it's much cheaper to live there. It's much cheaper to rent or get a home, and your taxes are lower. So hey, give Utah a chance. It's actually impressed me. All right, number 7, Colorado. While the national average is about the same, it is still much lower than California. Denver is 24% cheaper than LA, and the housing is 41% cheaper. So you can live cheaper, you can rent cheaper, and it's very health conscious state. It is the least obese and most physically active state in the nation. So if you want to go out there and get healthy, going out to Denver. Good choice. Number 6, we got Florida. The cost of living is significantly lower. There's no state income tax, and the retirement tax is very friendly. And what you don't know is that there are actually more beaches in Florida than there are in California. The farthest place is where there's no beach is 45 miles. Really? 45 miles is the longest from any point in Florida to a beach. So, hey, that's a good choice. Number 5, we got Oregon. Oregon is 15% cheaper than LA, and the housing is 35% cheaper. And there's also no sales tax in the state. So, great option. Oregon, if you can stand the rain. There's number 4, Nevada. Yes, Nevada is 37% cheaper. and the housing is 65% cheaper than LA. So if you can stand the heat and stay away from the casinos, going out to Vegas. And all right. Number 3, Washington. The cost of living is actually higher in Seattle than LA, but there is no state income tax, so in the long run, it's actually cheaper. And there are a ton of jobs out there. So if you can, again, stand the rain, going out to Seattle is a good choice. Number 2, we got Arizona. All right, the cost of living in Phoenix is 40% lower than LA, and there is no daylight savings time, so you never have to change your clocks. All right, coming in at number 1, Texas. Yes! There is no personal income tax. There's no corporate income tax. The cost of living is lower. The housing is 54% lower. And there are tons of large cities in Texas. So if you're thinking of moving out of California, those are the top 10 places to go to. I ain't leaving. Love the weather. As long as I can afford it, I'm staying. But if you're not, they're your choices. All right, guys. See you guys next week.